Okay, so England were playing Papua New Guinea in the second Rugby League World Cup quarter-final. The first half was an absolute demolition job. There was a 25-minute period where PNG didn't even touch the ball, and England raced out to a 38-0 lead at half-time. It was from the first kick-off, the intensity in defence from England, and then once they got that first try, they followed pretty quickly. Almost every set ended up in being a try. And Tommy Makinson on the day has got a 5-try haul, which is a record for England, and the final score is 46 points to 6. So Papua New Guinea did stem the flow in the second half, and the intensity went out of the game towards the end of the first half. The second half never really got firing at the same level as the first half did. The weather conditions were atrocious up in Wigan. Heavy rain, very greasy surface, but the handling skills in that first half by England, considering the weather conditions, were exceptional. Every player with offloads, good support play, and the outside backs had a lot of fun. So Tom Burgess scores the first try on 5 minutes. He's been doing that for South Sydney for a very long time now. He's one of the veteran leaders in that forward pack. He was driving the forward pack forward. Every run Burgess made was gaining huge meters, and the rest of the forwards through the middle fed off that. He deserved his try in 5 minutes. Makinson gets his first conversion of the day, and then the Tommy Makinson show begins because he scores his first try on 9 minutes. On the left wing in the corner. Dom Young gets his try on 15 minutes. Makinson gets his second try on 18 minutes, and he converts it. The George Williams try, that is great interplay through the middle from all players concerned. The spine players and getting involved, great handling skills. That try should just not be scored, but because it's wet, he slides over the line. That's a very good try. Callum Watkins, Makinson converts that. Callum Watkins, he's been rolling back the years with this tournament. He missed the last game after having a very serious concussion. But Callum Watkins has had a fantastic resurgence in form. He's formed a great partnership with Dom Young on that right edge. He's been fantastic. He scored his try in 24 minutes. Tommy Makinson converted that. And then the hat-trick, which Alex Johnson should catch that. The referee, did he blow his whistle early? He goes for captain's challenge. That's the interesting way to get a hat-trick from Tommy Makinson on 27 minutes. That was the first bad kick at the end of a set England put in, and they still get a try from it. That's great wing play. And he converts his hat-trick try. And then the game loses intensity. So we've had this 25-minute spell where PNG can't touch the ball. England have gone straight through the middle. They've had nearly 700 metres to PNG's 60-odd metres at this point gained. So it's been a forward domination. PNG looked shell-shocked and didn't know what was going on, didn't know what hit them. And then the intensity after about 30 minutes just drops out of the game. The handling starts to disappear a little bit. They start to force the play. PNG start hanging in there, getting some possession. They get some repeat sets towards the end of the first half, and the first half sort of peters out, and you're thinking, okay, the weather conditions are now starting to have more of an impact. The intensity's gone out of the game. The emotional energy's gone out of the game. PNG, everything they're trying is failing. England have allowed that intensity to drop off, which is very dangerous when you're trying to build momentum in a tournament. And it finishes 38-0 at half-time. PNG actually on top towards the end of the first half. They got some repeat sets. They finally got some possession. And England, I think, can be very happy with their defence at the end of that first half. They needed a little bit of a defensive challenge. Half-time comes, and the second half kicks off, and it's a bit of an arm wrestle. No one's really gaining dominance in that second half. A lot of mistakes. The handling errors have started to pick up. The weather conditions are now starting to have an impact. That free-flowing, running support play England had in the first half isn't there. PNG's defence has decided to aim up a little bit. They've tightened up a little bit. But England's defence is still very fast off the line. PNG aren't making as many metres as they were in the group stages. And so what was meant to be a tough challenge for England, a potential banana skin, hasn't proven to be that. But that first 18 minutes of the second half was like the last 10 of the first. The intensity had dropped out of the game a little bit. Both sides making silly errors, overplaying in really atrocious handling conditions, horrible wet day. And then Tommy Makinson gets his record equalling fourth try on 58 minutes. And then it seemed after that the England team, instead of going down Yum Young and Callum Watkins' side, were going to Herbie Farnsworth and Tommy Makinson to get him that fifth try, which they do at the end, but not before Jimmy Nutlick scores his try in 70 minutes. So again, Makinson gets his fourth try in 58 minutes. The next 12 minutes, the intensity drops off again overplaying, kicks going dead rather than getting set. A repeat set. The kicking game's lost a little bit of focus and a little bit of accuracy. Jimmy Nutlick's try. I think England will be disappointed with not keeping PNG to 0. And I think that can be one of a frustration is their defence switched off, and it was a bit of a soft one. PNG finally strung again, a bit more possession together, raised their intensity level a little bit. And they get over. And Jimmy Nutlick's had a very, very good tournament as well. He is a find, and I think he's destined for bigger and better things as he develops as a player, because he's a young player in the NRL in reserve grade. I think he will get some game time this coming season. I think he will develop into a very, very solid Xavier Coates style winger. He's big, he's powerful, he's fast, and he deserved his try. And he's played very well this tournament. That was on 70 minutes. Reece Martin, he's had a very, very good tournament. From the kicking tee, he converts before Tommy Makinson gets his record-equalling, record-breaking England fifth try. No other England player has ever scored 5 tries in a match. Tommy Makinson has now broken that record. And the pass from Williams, the bullet pass, the missed part. He's got 2 other players that could put it through the hands or take the ball up and make the run. The defence is shifting across, creates an overlap, skips out Farnworth and another dummy runner straight into Makinson, and he scores in the corner for his record-breaking 5th try. But Tommy Makinson didn't have the best day with the boot. He did miss a few conversions today, so he didn't have his best day off the kicking tee, but he didn't need to. PNG, that 25-minute spell in the first half is where the game was lost for them. They just couldn't get their hands on the ball. Defensively down the middle, they were just like a sieve, and England were just finding gaps that they shouldn't. Just the intensity that England had. What I think will be a disappointment for England is they allowed that intensity to drop as the game went on, and a little bit of focus went as the game went on, which can be very, very dangerous. And I think whoever they play in the semi-final, they cannot afford to drop that intensity against Tonga or Samoa. Now, they have already beaten Samoa. I think Tonga and Samoa tomorrow will be a very, very brutal encounter. It will be interesting to see how many players actually get suspended in that game. I really do think there's going to be some fireworks in the Tonga-Samoa game. These are 2 countries that really don't like each other. That could benefit England a little bit. That extra day preparation and rest could benefit England, and it's going to be a physical encounter in the final quarter-final, which will decide England's semi-final opponents down at the Emirates. PNG, however, they've had a decent tournament, but this was their worst performance in the tournament so far. They were just blown out in the first half, which is a shame because they showed a bit of character in the second half, but it was too little too late. But there we go. Thank you very much for watching. It's finished 46 points to 6 to England, and Tommy Makinson has his 5-try record-breaking haul for England. Thank you very much for watching. Please place your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll have some more content for you very, very soon.